How did you get your first 100 customers?
I'm going to go back to that conversation we had where I talked about leaning into your strengths and away from things that you're weaker at. And I would say that I would identify my particular strengths. So in this thought experiment, let's assume that I'm the me of today, but somehow don't have any of the network. In that case, I know that I'm good at video content. I know that I'm good at talking about sort of complex topics in a few different spaces and making them accessible to people. And so what I would do is look for spaces where I could start to iterate and create that content and find, probably starting on mostly YouTube and LinkedIn, but possibly also Reddit, Threads, Blue Sky, Twitter. Twitter is kind of mostly AI bots at this point, maybe Instagram. And I would essentially see which of those things can resonate. YouTube is actually really good about this. You can post videos even with nothing else. But if you're consistent in your posting and YouTube sees that, much like the Steam algorithm, they'll put those videos in front of people on their sidebar, on their home feed. And if they see ones start to get some traction, they'll show it to a lot more people. So if I saw some of those videos getting a few hundred or a few thousand viewers, that would be my starting signal to go after that market. And then I'm starting from an audience first perspective. I'm not talking about the product. I would try and find the audience that I could resonate with first because it's me. And then I would try and figure out what are the big problems that no other product is solving well for this group of people that we could solve with our software. It's very different from, I think, how most SaaS businesses are built, which are product idea first. But if you know that you're good at audience building, I'd kind of start there and then go that direction.
Yeah, so 0 to 7 was really easy. 7 to 100 was slower because I got those 7 clients and I was like, okay. We were charging, way underpriced. We just, the idea was low cost, self-service, easy, remove all barriers to entry. And so we got a handful of clients, had some billing coming in, and then I just went back to work and kind of forgot about it. And I had ideas of things I wanted to improve, but it really wasn't the focus for a long time. And so it just sort of kind of simmered. And I think about this a lot with SaaS, especially funded SaaS. There's like such an urgency to get to 100 and to grow fast. And we hear a lot about the rocket ships that take off and get to $25 million in revenue in 7 months. There's these insane stories. I think those are the minority. The majority is just kind of a slow simmer. And that's how it was for us. It was, we just picked up a client or two here or there over time. And I don't know when we crossed 100. I don't remember how fast it was, but it wasn't because of any kind of magic trick. It was because we just were in the market, provided a service that people needed. And as we got more exposure, we got more signups.
What do? We've been building in public since day one. So we've been very, very transparent about the numbers, what goes good, what goes wrong. And it kind of turned into a blog, which is like our personal diary with like bigger milestone updates, things that we share. And I think that has given us an audience, maybe also more of a personal audience. It's mainly me sharing stuff. Used to be on Twitter. It's now a bit more on LinkedIn. And I guess the kind of founder-led, brand has kind of worked for us just because we've been very transparent and because we're a super small team. Me and Philip, it's like we are Tally, and I think that kind of resonates because it's just part of our story. So for us, it felt very natural to keep on sharing everything. It kind of originated from the indie hacker space where we kind of launched, and you have the indie hackers platform where it's pretty normal to post updates and like revenue milestones. So we did that, and then we just thought, we can just, if we share it here, we can also share it on Twitter, or we can, share it anywhere. And that's kind of how it started. I think now it's very popular to do that. But at the time, it just felt like more of a natural thing to do. And it just grew. And after a few years, we also realized the potential of it.
I'll tell you how we got the first 100 customers, and I'll tell you how we got the first 5,000 customers, because they were happening quite quickly. So the first 100 customers, we put up like a landing page, right? We put it up on Beta List. I don't know if Beta List is still going. We put it up on Beta List, and we said, just a landing page. We're building this. It's going to launch soon. We haven't built anything. We haven't done anything. Building this. It's going to launch soon. Put your email here. And we had like hundreds of people like that registered. We were like, oh God, that's pretty good. And then we were like, through the accelerator we were on, we sent out emails to loads of different accelerators and they'd shared it. And we had like, I don't know, a few hundred people that had signed up for early access to this before we'd even built it. So then we were like, okay, this validates the idea. That's pretty cool. So then we built it, then we launched it, and we converted a bunch of them. It was I think we sold it for like £12 a year for the first few customers, like £1 a month, just to see, right? So we got that, and for the first, like, they were all the people that signed up. All the people that signed up via the landing page got it for like super cheap. And then we're like, right, now let's try and get proper customers, like other people do. Then so that got us about, I don't know, maybe 50 odd customers, and we were like, wow, we've got more customers than we had on our old software that took us years to get. Then we got an email. So we launched in September. In October, we got an email from AppSumo. I won't explain AppSumo. I'm sure everyone here knows who AppSumo are. We got an email saying, hey guys, we've been recommended you. We want to feature you, AppSumo. And we were a bit like, who's AppSumo? We've never even really heard of it. And then we looked into it and we were like, oh, this looks pretty cool, right? Like maybe they've got like, I don't know, a few thousand people on their email subscriber list. Then I put a post out on SaaS Growth Hacks, the Facebook group. And and then people started responding saying, yeah, we were on it. We got thousands of customers. We were on it. We got 10,000 customers. We were like, bloody hell, that's ridiculous. So we went on there and we were live for 2 weeks, happened to be over Black Friday, just lucky. And 5,000 people purchased Hike. They pay like a one-time deal, a one-time payment, right? But it was 5,000 people and 3,500 of them registered an account. So 1,500 we didn't use any data, didn't even sign up. Of those 3,500, only about 1,500 used it more than once. I don't know if that's a sign of the type of person that does AppSumo or the quality of Hike back in the day. Like, I don't know what caused that, but so basically with 5,000 signups and we got a little bit of money from each, right? For 1,500 users using the platform. But that was a baptism of fire, man. That was a real baptism of fire. Kieran had built a platform that was currently hosting 50 odd customers, and now it had to host, word from, 1,500 customers, potentially, 3,500, right? Because they were using it once. I was managing live chat, thinking, oh, we just got UK customers. Now we've got customers in every single country and every time zone, finding every single bug possibly on Hike. So I was managing live chat like 24 hours a day, like for weeks and weeks and weeks. So yeah, but all it did, I guess, in hindsight, it was great really, because it gave us revenue and it gave us a bit of product market fit to then go and get a little bit more investment that following January. So that's the long story of how we got our first 100/5,000 customers.